Hey, what's up, everybody? This is DJ Keo, and welcome to another podcast. A first story I wanted to talk about today, I think it's Sha'Carri Richardson. She's a sprinter, and she was smashing all kind of records, and was going to the Olympics, and she failed a drug test. I don't. Okay, my thing isn't. I'm not looking as from a standpoint of whether it was right or wrong. I don't even that to me that's kind of irrelevant, and everybody has takes on that. She made her decision. She chose to smoke anyway, even though she knows you're gonna be tested, and this is all the stuff preparation for the Olympics. So, I mean, it wasn't like she didn't know what the rules are or whatever. Like I'm not mad at the rules, and I'm not like condemning her for what happened. That's not even the point I wanted to look at. What I did want to look at is that a lot of people have things within their control that ends up hampering their ability to get success for further on down the line. Here's a situation where, this girl, she trained a good chunk of her life to get to this exact moment and made a mistake, and the mistake ended up costing her gravely as it stands right now. Now, it's still early. We're not at the Olympics yet, so there's a good chance that they could reverse it or make an exception for her because they've done that before. And that's the other reason why a lot of people are upset about what happened here is that they've made exceptions for other athletes to make it to the Olympics, even though they broke the rules or failed a drug test or whatever. Like, that's nothing new. My issue here is that a lot of times people have a thing that they do that they know they shouldn't do that ends up costing them greatly. In this particular instance, Sha'Carri, I think I'm pronouncing her name right. There's no guarantee if she misses this Olympics and they say she can't go. There is no guarantee that she's gonna make it to the next Olympics or is not gonna have an injury or something. Knock on wood. Hold on. I'm knocking on wood here. I don't want to see any kind of injury. I hope she makes it to Olympics. And like stories like this, like I want to see people succeed. I'd rather for me personally, I like to see people get second chances and a chance to redeem themselves. And I like to see people succeed rather than being torn down. That's just how I look at it. I am a supportive person. I'd rather people get built up and get better or whatever, rather than just piling on like everybody's doing right now, which is ridiculous. But the point is that there's no guarantee that she will be able to recover from this situation. An athlete like her, the goal is to get to the Olympics. The real money is at the Olympics. The real money is not at qualifying and quarterfinals or whatever. The real money is at the Olympics. So, this thing could end up costing her millions of dollars in contracts and stuff and chances for gold medals. Like, I mean, it's kind of sad, but for a lot of people, especially people who are in industries where they have to be reliant on self to be successful, there's no leeway for you to mess up and make a mistake. For DJs, you're entrepreneurs, you're at the mercy of how hard you're going to work. That's it. That's your only save, and a little bit of luck, a lot of luck, but mostly how hard you're going to work. That is the thing that's going to propel you to success and fame and gigs and all that stuff. Success because of hard work. And our line of work and people who are entrepreneurs, and there's no safety net, there's no, well, just take a couple weeks off and then, get back on here because we have a good plan for your whatever. Like, you don't have that. There's no safety net in any kind of business like this. A lot of times, people fail because of little things like this, like a little mistake that ends up costing them in the long run. For her, as a sprinter, this little mistake could cost her gravely for the future, or it could be a short bump in the road and a learning experience. There's no guarantee for anything at this point because she doesn't have anything to fall back on. And I think that's the same thing for entertainers, artists, singers, you name it, actors. That little mistake. You have somebody like Robert Downey Jr., great actor, getting a little bit of success. He was doing his thing, got messed up with drugs, and his life was effectively a dead end of failure and just absolute catastrophe until Jon Favreau picked him for Iron Man. People look at Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and going forward, but before that, he was like a method actor, like he's a good actor, but troubled. Like he had a lot of issues with drugs and mental issues and stuff. Like he couldn't get out of his own way. And it's a thing with people who are trying to be successful. I think that's the best way to say it. Who have important things in their life that they're trying to accomplish, and there's this little thing that they know they shouldn't do it, but it just kind of gets in the way and ruins their ability to have true success. And it happens all the time. It literally happens all the time. I'm a huge football fan. I see players drop out, or if you watch Hard Knocks, that's a TV show that goes to the training camp for a particular team, and you can see from the show they have a lot of people just walked on, people who were like a first round draft pick, and there's a lot of expectations about them. You could see people crumbling under the pressure, and they can't really take how hard it's a lot of hard work. I think people just see the game and it's like, oh, they just throwing the football around. It's easy. No, man. A lot of hard work goes into just making the team, let alone being on a team and becoming a superstar. It's the same thing for track and field, same thing for being a DJ, same thing for being an artist, whatever it is. When there's no safety net for you, it is a lot of hard work, and it's just that little thing, that little bit of that I can't even quantify. It's just something that you shouldn't do, it's wrong, and people just give into the little temptation, and it costs them dearly all the time. I've seen it all the time. A lot of times, just that little thing gets in your way from success and ends up costing you gravely. And it's something that you could have been aware of. It could be something that, it's just a habit, or you get caught up in the wrong situation. Like artists, like rappers, a lot of times they get pulled over and they have a gun in the car. Who's the most famous person here? You're going to jail. Career messed up. Lil Wayne, all these people. I think Nelly got caught up with something like that. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember. I think it was a tour bus. But a lot of people get caught up in just something so stupid, and it hampers their career and their ability to succeed. I looked at this story with the track and field thing as more so a learning lesson about how we got to stay focused. If you're trying to become successful, you got to stay focused. You cannot let any little thing tie you down like an anchor and prevent you from getting ahead. So that was the point I really wanted to make about that. If you like to support the channel, you can buy something from my t-shirt shop. That's djkeo.store. I simplified the address and made it easier to find, as well as you can buy something from Instagram, djkeo_. My store's there, as well as on my website. I appreciate everybody who supported the channel through the years and got new designs, and new stuff is coming soon. Link is in the description as always. And I thank you for watching, and peace out, bitches.